best seats are right here. Well, it's wonderful to see you all and to welcome you. You'll be hearing welcome. Too loud, isn't it? You'll be hearing welcome many, many times in the next few weeks. But welcome especially to our faculty, our administration, and our staff, and those who are partnering with us in this wonderful new building. Some of you know the excitement because you know that this is the first time since 1966 that we have opened a brand new. We've renovated, we've restored, but we've never opened a brand new building since 1966. That's before a lot of folks here were even born. So I welcome you to what will soon be dedicated as the new Jean Yawkey Center. And it, as you see, adjoins beautifully our 1954 Marion Hall. We're also delighted, beyond words, that we will be welcoming our truly largest class of freshmen and transfer students in our history, with well over 500 new students who will be joining this college on Sunday as they move in, and next week as they come. So we are elated with the number of new students, and of course the number of returning students. We'll have as well over 1,300 traditional students in the fall. So I think that's great news. It's also the first time that the college will have 4 classes who are co-ed, will be fully co-ed next week. So what a wonderful space to meet the needs of our very talented and vibrant student body, and several of them are here to help us feel welcome, and I've already talked with several who have been advising me on my remarks, and others who are preparing for athletic events, and others who are preparing to welcome the new students, and of course the RAs who have been back now for quite a while, getting training to run the residence halls. We will have well over 1,000 students, Emmanuel students, living on campus as well. So this is a space for the whole college community, but most particularly it's a space for our students. We are so grateful. Very soon there'll be a sign up here that says Maureen Murphy Wilkins, a graduate of Emmanuel, who gave us substantial, our largest gift to help make this building possible. We'll also be thanking the Yawkey Foundation for their $5 million gift to go toward this building. But there are so many people to thank who are right here. And obviously I'm going to recognize some people because their names will be so synonymous with the planning and going forward. But so many people had a lot to do with this building. So first I'm going to recognize the long and hard work of Sister Ann Donovan, of John Aversa, who saw to every detail in this building, to Tricia Tower, who made sure that you had wonderful furniture and worked with Bon Appetit, to Andy, who years ago started the planning for the new gymnasium, and of course to Pat Rismeyer, who with a number of people sat through all kinds of meetings with the architects to plan this. We thank, of course, all the students, because we consulted with our students. Some of them, of course, have graduated, because that's how long ago we started the planning. And to all who contributed in so many ways to what would make this building work. We want to recognize, of course, the good work of our construction firm, Walsh Brothers, Goody Clancy, the architects for this building, Spagnola and Gisness, the folks who worked with us in the new dining hall. And we're especially pleased to recognize our partnership with Bon Appetit, and particularly to welcome today John Engstrom, Elaine Smart, and Kelly, who's always going to be here with us. But I'm going to invite John Engstrom to come forward for a moment because he has a presentation to make.
I don't think I need this. Can everybody hear me? Okay. It's, walking into a facility that you've seen on this piece of paper and seeing it come alive with dimensions and people, and of course in our business, food, and seeing the wonderful platforms that we'll be able to find for the students next year. It's just awesome. We're so pleased to be partners with Emmanuel. Emmanuel was our first college on the East Coast. And so there's a special relationship that I've had over the years, working with Sister Ann and Sister Janet, Patricia, Joe, and many other people to make this come a reality. It gives me great pleasure to present the college $800,000 to help participate in this wonderful dream.
So thanks to John and Bon Appetit for their partnership with us in this wonderful new building. So now it's time to turn the building over to our Vice President of Student Affairs, Kat Rissmeyer, to the Coordinator of Student Services here, Director of Student Services, Mary Beth Thomas, to Pam Rucker, our Athletic Director, to Dan Darcy for all the student activities that will be here, to Kelly McDonald from Bon Appetit, and most especially to all our students in the college community. We will have an official blessing of this new building on September 26th, when Archbishop O'Malley will be here for the 200th anniversary celebration of the Sisters of Notre Dame. And then on October 1st, we will have the full dedication of this new building, to which everyone is invited. And you're also invited to September 26th. If you'd like to come, please let Lorraine Barry know very soon, likely in the next week and a half, by September 15th. We'd be happy to have you for that event as well. So when you tour today, you're going to see enhanced dining facilities, as John just noted. The Atrium Cafe will be opening next week. That will be this space where we are. There'll be food out here the next time you come here on the 7th. 7th, Kelly? 8th. The Plaza Cafe, the old Plaza Cafe, will now become good meeting space for the college, because we're always looking for meeting space. That will be our meeting space administration building. Then as you come through here, also you're going to see a wonderful fitness area that everyone may use, students, faculty, staff, administration, anyone who feels the need to be encouraged in the fitness area. You'll see a great center here, athletic facility, and the most up-to-date. I have never seen a training room. I haven't seen many anyway. But I have to fess up to that. But Ian has seen a lot, and he told me this was the best there was. And PM said the same thing. And but the training room has everything in it. So if you ever have an accident in your physical prowess meets health, there's a great training room, and much more. And of course the gymnasium, well, to put it mildly, it's NCAA regulation size. But it is also enormous and wonderful. And the best people to tell you about it, of course, are our students. And it's actually where we're going to be hosting our convocation. Will be held there on September 7th at 11 a.m. So everyone in the college is more than welcome, expected to be there. And we'll also that evening we'll also use it for intramurals, for recreational opportunities for students and others. And of course we're going to have I think it's the first use will be a volleyball game. The students told me this morning there's a volleyball game there on Tuesday night. This is also the home of the Jean Yawkey Center for Community Leadership, and that's the room over there that will be used primarily for that. So we have lots of wonderful open gathering spaces, and there's lots of programming going on, opportunities for programmers and speakers to come here, both in the large gym, but also here. The large gym holds, is it 2,300 total? 2,300 total? And the parking garage is also going to open very soon. So we're really, really pleased about that. And then up on this floor, not everything's in yet. There'll be clocks around, there'll be some decorations around. We're right now working on making sure the building is ready for occupation. And the food is ready, and you're all going to be our guests to sample that. But then up here, we're going to have a big plasma TV up here so that the students can enjoy that as well. So we really want this to be the living room for our students and for our college community to use it. I'm really now pleased to introduce Dr. Pat Rissmeyer, who's our Vice President for Student Affairs, and she's going to be the director of the Jean Yawkey Center for Community Leadership. And Mary Beth Thomas is going to be the director of Student Center Services, and that's Mary Beth's office. She's standing in the doorway of her office right now. Now, Following Pat Rismeyer's remarks, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about our directions. But right now, I'm not going to ask Patty. She'll say a word or two about the Jean Yawkey Center for Community Leadership and what we're hoping to do with those programs. The Yawkey Foundation support will allow us to build on our tradition of service at Emmanuel. Last year, for example, Emmanuel gave over 800 hours of service to the community, many of those hours in partnership with schools, and that tradition will continue as we go forward. The official kickoff for service is September 11th, a very sad anniversary for this country, but an opportunity for all of us to come together and volunteer in the city of Boston. Deirdre Bradley has sent out an email to the community and will be available today if you'd like more information on that service day. We're going to go into the community wearing Jean Yawkey Center for Community Leadership t-shirts and also hats and really make a difference in the city of Boston. The Yawkey Grant will also allow us to increase opportunities for students to make Boston their extended classroom, a challenge that Sister Janet throws out to our entering students and then repeats throughout their time at Emmanuel. For example, 2 faculty members were awarded grants this summer to develop courses to be reviewed by the curriculum committee in the fall. Dr. Arlene Sanchez Silva is developing a course that will take high-level advanced Spanish students into the community to provide assistance to second language speakers. And Dr. Franina Rifkin is developing a course on chemistry, high-level chemistry, for students to test the environment as part of that curriculum. The grant will also allow us to develop some new and creative programs. We expect to offer an ethics and leadership series to be offered to the general Boston community. Demita Davis has developed a cultural competence program for 40 students to be trained to facilitate discussions on race and ethnicity with high school, elementary, and college students. And Dan Darcy has developed a multiple-tier leadership program. And finally, the Yawkey Grant will provide an opportunity for upper-class students to apply for leadership scholarships, for Yawkey scholarships, $2,500 a semester scholarships to recognize their participation in the activities of the Yawkey Center. Service to others is at the heart of the mission of Sisters of Notre Dame as well as Emmanuel College, and it's a great privilege, I think, to have been awarded this money to really build on our years of tradition. So I hope you all consider coming on September 11th and participating and enjoying this beautiful building. Thank you. So now for the tour of the Jean Yawkey Center. And then after that, we're going to have you enjoy a complimentary lunch. And you know, when I was talking with the students this morning, it occurred to me when I asked them who Jean Yawkey was, that they're so young, they weren't sure. So it's important, everyone in this room is, over the age of 22. We know that Jean Yawkey is so associated with Boston Red Sox, and John Harrington will also be here to help us celebrate the opening of the Yawkey Center. We're going to have a little blurb up here telling who Jean Yawkey was, so that our students and everyone who comes here knows the history there a little bit. So, as you go on your tour, student affairs staff and students will be throughout the building to answer any questions you have. There's also going to be a fact sheet right over here that Public Relations has prepared, so that will be your guide. And then, so that we will not have long lines in our dining room, I would suggest that some people proceed to the dining hall first and tour second, and that others tour first. Now, I could just divide the group, but I think I'll leave it to your good judgment that half of you should tour first and half of you should eat first. And we, of course, as always, will welcome your ideas, your questions, and your feedback, and you are to send those to Mary Beth Thomas so that she gets any suggestions or advice we have as we go about opening this building, recognizing that we still are in the process of opening our new building. So again, I hope you enjoy your visit today, and it's great to see you, and I look forward to seeing you several more times in the next few weeks. So enjoy your tour.
Carol.
What? Oh, yeah, it was great.
I've never tried it yet.
Oh, you have to. It's
I know.
very,
You know,
very
it's
good.
funny. I have such a prejudice against it. You know, we put there being a good restaurant.
It is. But this is just the informal seating for students, commuters, faculty, staff. We've had computer ports put in here too, so if people have their laptops,
Yeah.
they could do that. In the corner over there will be a little TV area where there'll be a TV, but it's mostly a study area, sort of just a relaxation area. So you can walk around. Yeah, and then certain folks, like the faculty in there, will be able to have cards that they can get in whenever they need to get in. They'll be closed off to the just.
Yeah, I'm sure our insurance company will love that. I know.
Seating area for students, faculty, and staff. We're going to be putting a TV sort of nook over there. And sinks for both. And the women's one is right down that way.
Wow, this is nice.
Do you want me to leave that open for you? Or are you okay?
That's all you needed to say.
You have a side job on your lunch hour? Thank you very much.
Yeah, you can go in there. Yeah. You can get a good view of the court in there too.
In through here and then.
I found it at 11:30 yesterday when I was here at night. 11:30 mission. We want to have someone come in and give, yes, we will advertise for that. The information session will go through, it'll be open for all staff,